shit this is.
All right, come on. Add out a room. There we go.
There we
We're
go.
learning the phone factor on fucking Restream. This shit is fucking ass. I need to order a new laptop charger.
You do. You really do. You and the laptop charger. That's its own saga. I'll tell you that.
Hey,
That's
but
its
at
own
least
saga.
this time my phone can actually run the fucking stream.
That's true. Yeah, I heard you had some technical difficulties not too long ago.
Well, it was one of the sessions that we tried to go live and it just like lagged out.
That is also true. I remember that. We had to reschedule for a different day. That was fun. So how are you, man?
I'm tired as fuck. Not even gonna lie. But
Just
when am I
straight
not
up.
tired?
Always tired, dude. You're always tired. Hey, Raph, how are you doing, buddy? Or.
What up? Bud?
Oh my god, man, it feels good to be back. Good to be back on the live stream.
It was good to be back on the live stream. We got a lot to talk about with the Star Wars news. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna come out the gate swinging. I got very little hope now for Mr. Filoni Baloney. And we talked about it last night a little bit on the Broken Tusk. And if you guys aren't watching the Broken Tusk, you guys suck and you're lame because check this out. But you know, it could just be a rumor. But lately, the rumors and the Star Wars community kind of been hitting. So, because it was a rumor that Kathy was stepping down. There was a rumor that Iger was stepping down, and he actually is stepping down. Which I don't know why that was a rumor, because that was like confirmed like when he first came back that he was leaving in 26.
Yep.
The rumor of no legacy characters for Starfighter was confirmed, which we will get into in a little bit. But yeah, a little bit of rumors for Mr. Filoni Baloney potentially not being able to make his first live action movie.
Yeah, dude. What the heck? I know we're gonna get into it, but just off the jump from hearing that, that's crazy. You know, like what really is the ownership? Not ownership. What is really the, I guess, decision making structure at Lucasfilm Disney? Because I've talked about it before. It seems Disney is way more involved, which we kind of saw with some other leaks and rumors after the Hunt for Ben Solo thing dropped, right? But God, it's so hard to even try to fathom what the hell they're gonna do now that Kathy's gone and Dave and Lin Brennan are gonna be running it.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of hope because, I mean, yes, Dave is. We talked about it earlier while working on our little project that we may or may not talk about because we finished a good bit of stuff for that today.
Yes, we did.
Damn, I'm a little bit, as Yoda says in the intro, a bit faded. I kind of forgot where the fuck I was going with this.
Lifted you are.
Shit, god damn. Like, that shit just it got violently ripped from my mind, and I was about to, like, drop some fire ass fucking like facts.
Oh, you were gonna be cooking?
Oh, damn it! This shit sucks.
Damn, dude! Can't believe that you've done this.
Happens a lot more than you think. But what have you been up to? It's been like 7 years since you uploaded a fucking video.
I know, and I've lost like 4 or 5 subscribers from it. It's kind of crazy. No, so I have been busy. So holidays came around. I was traveling a lot as well, seeing family because I don't live like near my family anymore, just for work. And then also towards the end of the year, usually my job kind of kicks up just in terms of preparing for the next year. And then for us, January is usually like conference season. So I'm also traveling a lot. And then also right before Christmas, I moved to a new apartment. So all of that was going on since my last
Getting
video I
doxxed by
posted.
your hater. Is that why you moved?
You know what? If they can track IP addresses, I realize wherever I move doesn't matter. I don't currently have a VPN, so spoiler alert, there will be no VPN sponsored ad in this podcast.
You need to just download Opera, brother. It's built in.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, I have Brave on my desktop. I gotta get it. I gotta get something on my Mac here that could be more of a
Literally, bro,
VPN.
just download Opera.
Okay. Well, you know what? I might take you up on that because my stalker slash hater, he might come after me, man. But yeah, no, that's really been it. Just been super busy. I'm very, very close to putting out my next video. It is about pretty much our first topic about the Cappy retiring situation. So, but I'm literally was editing it right before this. So, and I already showed you a little bit of what I'm putting in that video, and it's almost done. So I'm hoping tomorrow just to get it out, and then I got 3 more videos that I'm already working on, starting to record. We're gonna look at the mall trailer. Going to talk more about the future of Star Wars, then kind of finally maybe do some video essay stuff that I'm writing right now. That's going to be more Star Wars oriented with lore and concepts, and not just talking about.
Hell yeah, dude. I really don't have much in the works. I had to pick up a second job because some of these conventions be a little bit expensive.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And yeah, so I've been working like doubles for fucking like the last 2 weeks. Been fucking trying to. I need to just quit dicking around, and I need to just film my Boba Fett video, my review of the series, because that series took me by a fucking surprise this go around. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah,
I
you
don't
were
know
telling me
what
that.
was up with me the first time, bro. And I think it's honestly just not having a lot of the negative fucking echo chambers that is Star Wars theory and his fans.
Oh shit. Oh god. The truth comes out.
I mean, bro, like I hate to say it, man. Like all he does is just hate on Star Wars, bro. And like, I don't know. He's cool. He was cool when I met him, but I mean, I've said it multiple times. Like his content's just falling off.
Yeah, I think cool dude, but just content is falling off. I think he's on to some other things right now, right? I mean, obviously the Sabers working on his fan film, and probably some other things just outside of YouTube and stuff, right? I think as a YouTube content creator, some of his stuff has fallen off. Not in terms of consistency, I think just in terms of like subject matter, topic. And I've been a fan of the guy for a while, but he's not my favorite streamer. I'll say that. You know,
like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the negative reviews and shit that I've heard about the Book of Boba Fett is all just regurgitation of shit that Theory said back in like 2022. Just like, can y'all maybe form your own opinion? Maybe quit being such assholes, because the show honestly wasn't that bad. Like, yeah, it could have been a lot better, and some of the action was definitely not that good. That final battle between the city, bro. Like my fat ass walked through downtown Mos Espa and not taking a single bit of damage.
You actually
like
probably
that's how slow
stopped.
the action was there.
You actually probably could have stopped in the middle of the street, taken a dab, and then you could have kept walking.
Exactly, bro. Like the show is not without flaws, but it's not as bad as like Theory and everybody else said.
Yeah. I mean, I think for a lot of these Star Wars projects that we've been getting that have been getting so much hate, even if they're maybe on the borderline of not awful, but they're not good, but people just are like, oh, they're awful. It's just because of continuous flop, 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 flop.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, I'm not like, bro, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of projects that like I thought were good when they first came out that I think are honestly pretty mid or pretty shit now. And there's projects that I thought were pretty fucking awful to where I'm like, It exists. It's here. Whatever.
Yeah, for me, I don't think I've had any projects like improve over time. I've really had just most of the ones kind of decline over time. Like for me now, I'm curious to see what your boba video is going to go into and everything, because I am in that camp where I'm like, overall Boba Fett show for me, blue booty chunks, like it. I mean, because yeah, the choreography that you hit on. I mean, I don't love some of the choices they made with Boba Fett as a character.
Oh, dude, I
Um,
don't agree with what they did
yeah,
with Boba at all. But if they could fix it with a season 2
they
by
could.
easily just making it a show about Boba Fett trying to be like Django and trying to find his way in the universe.
Yep. No, and I think that's a great point. But like, so I still haven't though improved on the Boba Fett show over time. Um, Obi-Wan Kenobi, hate that show. What else?
Dude, don't even get me started on Kenobi. I tried to rewatch it after finishing Book of Boba Fett for the third time because I rewatched it. I watched it the first time to take notes for me and Clone Forces series that we're going to be doing on it. Then I rewatched it again to take notes for my review of it. And then immediately after that, I was like, bro, I'm going to watch Kenobi and start taking notes on this. Couldn't even get past the first 15 minutes of the fucking first episode. I was like, bro, this is dog shit.
And that's honestly some of the best parts of the whole show. The first episode is like one of the better episodes.
I don't know, man.
It's just crazy.
You're telling me 3 trained Inquisitors couldn't catch that one Jedi at the beginning? Get the fuck out of here. I don't buy it. And don't even get me started on the fucking look of the Grand Inquisitor. They fucked up so bad. And it's so funny because I just got done talking shit about theory hating on Star Wars. But bro, this is genuine criticism. Like, how do you have access to everything and still manage to fuck it up?
You fell right into my trap card. I got you to hate on Star Wars again. No.
Oh my god! And it's not even that I'm wanting to hate on Star Wars.
No, same here, dude.
Bro, watching Stranger Things. I'm working on a review of that for my Swoonski channel, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a good show, but holy fuck, is it sloppy? It's sloppy as shit, and it just kind of gets worse as the seasons go on. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. No, for sure. Season 1 might still be the best season.
Oh, oof. I don't know about that. That's probably my least favorite season now.
But I thought you just said it gets worse as the seasons go on. So, what?
Yeah, but season 1 really isn't even that good either.
Okay, so this year, Swoonski is not a fan of Stranger Things, period. That's what I've gathered from it. But hey, let's get back on track real quick for what we're going to keep going over tonight. We're going to, as Nerd said, we're going to talk about the Kathy retiring thing. We're going to discuss what she said in some of the Deadline article. Guys, it is a puff piece like no other. We're going to highlight some of the questions and answers there, maybe some thoughts on her tenure, and also talk a little bit about the future projects that she says coming out, also the ones that are coming out in the near future. Then we'll actually do our smoke break a little bit early. And then we will keep talking about some of the projects coming up, as well as some other cool things that we learned over this past month, such as the Tarkovsky news about he could have been the Dave Filoni before Dave Filoni. And then also that will lead into our thoughts on Filoni. We have a lot to discuss on Filoni there. And then, as usual, we'll maybe break down or we'll react to some funny videos that we find on YouTube related to Star Wars.
I think you need to watch the Beggar's Canyon AI video, bro. That shit's honestly one of the best fucking Star Wars AI that I've seen.
So should we watch part of that later?
I think we could probably get away with watching the whole thing. I mean, it's in 2 parts. I don't know if they put out the supercut yet, but I'll find it and I'll send it.
Word, I'm down to watch that. And then if there's anything else, if anyone has maybe a cool video they want us to watch, it doesn't have to be AI. It could be something that's really cool about lore or something we never realized about or something hilarious. Send it in the chat. We would love to maybe kind of watch something you guys would like us to talk about and break down. But before we get into it, nerd, what are you, smoking, lighting up, doing tonight?
Couldn't tell you the name of it, but it tastes like licorice, and it is pretty fucking lit.
That's lit, dude. Nice. Nice. Usually I would be having a J ski, but tonight actually I ended up just having a little bit of an edible, just a little gummy. So that'll be fun when it kicks in.
Lame brother couldn't even take like a 1,200 milligram full Nerds rope. He takes a little gummy.
Oh, dude, the nerds rope and me, we got a pretty shattered past.
Bro, the Nerds rope is fucking dangerous. Not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Dude, it's like I still think it's the strongest edible I've ever had in my life.
Be. I have yet to find anything to top it, bro.
I still think it's mismarked. I still think it's even more than what it says. Because so my first time having the Nerds rope, I mean, I cut it into pieces, right? And at first it's like, okay, I'll just take like 50 milligrams at a time. But I guess I miscut it and I took 100. And I was like, okay. And it hit me like a brick wall. I think it was like a Saturday. I was in college. I had nothing to do. It was a beautiful day out. I was like, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have a whole day of fun. And it was like 2:30 in the afternoon, and I am going through it. I'm fighting for my life mentally. Like, I'm like starting to feel things physically. I'm like, oh my God, is that a heart attack? Right? And
you got swapped over to manual fucking breathing.
Oh, dude, manual breathing, manual everything. And before I knew it, I'm like, the only way out is to sleep it off. So it's like 3:00 in the afternoon and I go to sleep because I'm like, I can't deal with this right now. Those Nerds rope are deadly.
Oh man. Well, before we get into this, let's get into some of these comments over here. You got Swooner is Post Malone, just dead, always tired on the face.
On the face.
Oh, this is from when I said that if you aren't watching the Broken Tusk, then you suck.
And you swallow. Wow.
What up, Obi Sean?
Obi Sean.
The fuck does it say? I'm on my phone, so I can barely fucking read this shit.
It goes from bad to shit to super shit. I guess he's talking about Stranger Things. Then Acolyte. Yeah, no, Acolyte is still actually probably one of the worst things I've ever watched in my entire life.
Dog, that's the project that I was referring to. That's like it just exists at this point for me.
I think that actually is though like a low point of Star Wars history. Might even be more than the Christmas special.
I've got a video from my childhood when I got Jesus Christ.
Dude, well, I hope you're like okay, man. Like, yeesh, God.
Man,
Zoinks.
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 But yeah, let's get into this Kathy stepping down and being replaced by the Hat Man Filoni himself.
Oh, yes, Dave Filoni. Yes. So, dude, literally, it wasn't even, it's what, a week ago? A little more than a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago. It was official. Kathleen Kennedy has stepped down as president of Lucasfilm. Everybody, please start applauding. Please. Thank you. So let's go here. Let me share my screen, and we can kind of maybe just go over some of these. Part of her exit interview. So she did this with Deadline. If people remember this time last year when Bellany, that writer from Puck News, dropped that kind of scoop that Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm. It's like going to be soon. It's going to be like probably within the year, Then Deadline and this exact writer, Mike Fleming, did an interview with Kathy in response, which again was also another puff piece. It was very much the PR tailored questions, allows her to take over the narrative in a way, right? Doing the old Hollywood type thing when you talk to these Hollywood trades. And people were trying to say that Puck News article last year was like, oh, it's wrong, blah, blah, blah. All of it ended up being completely true. I think maybe she waited a little bit longer to leave because of that. But everything that they said was going to happen happened, and now a year later, she leaves, and Mike Fleming Jr. does another interview with these layup questions and stupid answers by Kathy on Deadline again. So the exit interview, right? So Nerd, what was your first reactions when you heard this?
When I first so there are days where I am endlessly on Instagram, and there are days where I'm not on Instagram until about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. This was one of those days where I was not on Instagram until 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. So the amount of joy that came over me when the first thing I saw was Lucasfilm, Disney, and Star Wars collaborating on a post saying that Kathleen Kennedy was stepping down. It literally was like right next to the first time I saw Vader fighting Kenobi on the Death Star when I was 4 years old. Like it was amazing, bro. It was literally the victory celebration at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yes, that's how I feel. Like this, is how I felt at very much at first, but that feeling didn't really carry over too much because I think, and what we'll get into really shortly after we go over some questions, is just the outlook on the future that me and Nerd have, and what a lot of other Star Wars fans have, especially other YouTubers in the space that I've kind of watched talk about this in a similar way we are. It's, do we really have that much hope right now for this current leadership to usher in a good chapter? I think, spoiler, the answer is no, right? We kind of know the state Star Wars is in. The Kathy here, and one of the answers we'll go over, is going to talk about what so far is the plan for the future, kind of the plan for the next decade. And it just doesn't look too bright. Like, it really doesn't. So I think we should get in some of these questions, Nerd, right? I mean, I know some of the questions and answers that online have people kind of talking about more so than a lot of the other parts of the interview. So do you mind if I kind of just go over them real quick?
Yeah.
So this is actually in the beginning of the article, guys. I do suggest you go read this interview because part of it actually just made me laugh because it's so fluffy, right? So she goes into, so the first, Mike asks, Lucasfilm has percolated a lot of future Star Wars films and generated many hours of Disney Plus series in recent years. Talk about this combination of Filoni and Brennan and you finally loosening your grip on the reins. So pretty much she talks about, hey, like 2 years ago, right, she went to Bob and Alan, who's the head of the studio, and just about what that transition plan would be. And I guess, yeah, it sounds like 2 years ago she had this idea of like it's going to be Dave and Lin-Wen. Lin-Wen was really one of the people that even worked with George for a while before he left back in the day. She was at ILM as a general manager, and then
he actually oversaw a bunch of innovative decisions from ILM. Like she oversaw the building of the volume and a bunch of other shit like that. So that's where I think Lucasfilm is in good hands, is because of her innovation fucking visions.
I agree. You know, I mean, I don't really have any problems with Lin-Wen Brennan. I mean, of course, big red flag is that she's handpicked by Kathy and probably in Kathy's camp. So, like, you know, as long as there's a lot of people in Kathy's camp still working at Lucasfilm, it's always kind of going to be a little bit of a red flag. But yeah, as you said, she was there before. ILM is a fantastic company. They've done amazing things for technology in and around the movie industry and for the whole industry. So, and also, I've never had a problem with Lucasfilm or Star Wars on the business side, right? I've never had an issue with them with their marketing campaigns, with the partnerships that they make. Because at the end of the day, like, that's a totally separate side from the creative. Now, unfortunately, the creative feeds the business side. Because if you have crap creative who's making crap product, it's going to be very hard to get any great deals anywhere and expand on a business front if people don't really like the other part of your product that you're putting out. But Kathy goes into here after talking about Lin-Wen. She goes, Dave is perfect person to transition, but he hadn't made a movie, and I worked very closely with him, beginning with Rogue One, to get him a feel on how live action works. His background is animation, and he's worked with George on Clone Wars. Now, coming up here is really where people are like, this lady has no idea what the hell she's talking about. Still shows her lack of like care for Star Wars, like lore, knowledge, any creative bone in her body. So when talking about David Still, she was like, he's very talented and immersed in Star Wars. He and Pablo Hidalgo are like the walking encyclopedias inside the company. They always have the answer when you ask, hey, can I do this with a lightsaber? Or what colors were the lightsabers?
Who the fuck is asking what? If you work at Lucasfilm, I feel like that should be base knowledge, because I know not everybody's going to know the lightsaber colors. But if you're working for them, why would you not know the colors of the lightsabers?
I mean, the way I'm reading that as well is to Kathy, knowing about Star Wars is being like knowing about lightsabers, right? Like what any normie thinks of Star Wars. Oh, lightsabers, right? That's Kathy's credit to the walking encyclopedias, as she says at Lucasfilm. They know about lightsabers. You're a freaking idiot. Jeez. Oh my god. Um, so that was one of the answers that people online were really talking about, because they're like, "Oh my god, you can tell she just doesn't know Star Wars. She doesn't get it." I do like what she says here, though. Actually, um, he did Ahsoka, which came from some of the stories he was telling in Clone Wars. So I think that probably is her kind of saying, "Hey, yep." For all those who are thinking the Mortis arc, I think, yeah, I think he is continuing that story. I think that 100%. Okay, let's go to the next question that she. Let's see. So, I mean, there's a stuff about her career in here, but really the Star Wars stuff is okay. She doesn't really know a lot of what she's actually saying. So, deadline. You've just wrapped the sixth film in the Star Wars universe. Is Starfighter meant to be an ongoing theatrical release, a theatrical series? So, really, what she's saying here is that it's very much like it was told, or like when this first rumored coming out, single film, right? He made the idea by Sean was to make one film not connected to other things, at least not in a main way. And it's going to be one movie with no plans of doing a sequel or anything like that. So, but even though we've really seen not much from Starfighter, Nerd, what do you think about hearing that it's definitely a standalone and really not connected to anything?
I like that. I've been saying for like 2, 3 years now, even before I started doing Star Wars YouTube, that they need to break away from the Skywalker saga and expand on the lore and the universe. Don't do something like, don't let this be something like Skeleton Crew, because Skeleton Crew was one of those projects that I was talking about earlier that was really good when I first watched it. But the more that I think about it and have rewatched it, it's nothing. Like, it's literally nothing. It adds nothing to the universe. And yeah, it doesn't take away anything. It doesn't retcon anything. But it doesn't add anything. Like, what the? So I don't want that to be this movie. But I love the fact that they're saying, like, there's going to be no legacy characters. Like, hopefully what that means is we don't see Rey at the end of the movie, because fuck that. I don't want to see Rey. I'm not emotionally connected to the sequel characters. I'm not emotionally connected to the New Republic era in general. Like, even in the EU, like, I'm having a bit of a tough time getting through some of these stories because I just don't care about the New Republic era. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, the New Republic era. I mean, the New Republic itself is kind of abysmal. Definitely a lot in the legend stories. They're better than they are so far in the new canon, But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's tough. I would so much rather just see more stuff with Luke, more stuff with rebuilding the Jedi Order. I want more stuff related to the Force. And then yeah, if there's anything cool that could be like in the underworld side of things, I would rather see that. But and yeah, a lot of projects or a lot of stories. I really don't love the New Republic. Sorry. So she'll talk more about her 10-year, right? Which is who cares? Like I doubt everyone is doesn't think she played a major role in a lot of these fantastic movies that she was able to be a part of in the past because of how bad she's messed this up. How bad she's messed up Lucasfilm in the last 14 years. I think the consensus is she was just really good at getting coffee. Um, so not trying to be mean, but yes, I am. Um, So to continue on the Starfighter, so what about the question I asked earlier? Sounds like Sean would be a willing returnee, and you've made a discovery with this kid from Ireland. Are we going to watch him grow up in an arc of pictures? So Mike is really doubling down here. Like, are you sure not going to be more stuff connected to Starfighter? She goes, we could, but this was designed as a real standalone. We have the Mandalorian movie with Jon Favreau coming next, which also is great in a completely different Star Wars movie. That comes out in May. And as soon as I get back into town, I'm sitting down with John and looking at it. The whole time I've been shooting Starfighter, we've been working on effects that are going into that movie. We finished shooting in November. We've had a long post on that, and so I'll oversee a lot of those effect shots cut into John's movie, and I'll get myself re-immersed and get that finished. So she's really kind of taking, I guess, hands-on approaches with some of these projects, which I think could tell you pretty shit. What do you think about that?
I mean, one, my hype for Mando and Grogu has died. Like, I'm still gonna go see it, and I hopefully it's not a waste of $20 on popcorn and a snack and a drink and $11 on the ticket. Like, I really hope it's not a waste of my fucking time. I don't want to go into this theater and just be surrounded by people that are like, "Oh, look, it's baby Grogu." I don't fucking want that. When I want Star Wars in theaters, I want people dressing up as Mandalorians. I want people dressing up as fucking Jedi. Like all those videos and stuff that you see from like the early 2000s of people like dressing up for the prequels. I want that, but I think we're past that, and this is literally just a, hey, you guys haven't made a movie since 2019. You need to fucking put something out there. And instead of putting something good out, they're taking something from a show and turning it into a movie, which is just the reverse of what they did for Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett, which was taking a movie and turning them into shows.
Whoa. I think my edible's kicking in.
So I don't think that. I mean, they could surprise us, and Mando and Grogu absolutely blow my fucking mind, and it blow everything that I thought out of the fucking water. But I got to look at it with a realistic lens. Like, I'm not 4 years old anymore. Like, I don't get excited about, oh, cool blaster explosions and space battles. Like, yeah, that stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong, and I want to see stuff like that in Star Wars. But I also want good writing. I don't want nothing burgers. I don't want random characters showing back up after what? Fucking almost 20 years? That's how long it's been since we've seen Rod of the Hutt. Why the fuck is Rod of the Hutt in here? Why is it? I'm going to ask the question here. Who the fuck cares about Embo? Why is he the villain?
Mm-hmm. Dude, I had to like do a little research when they were like, "Oh yeah, it's Embo," and I was like, "Wait a minute, I remember that." And this was like when they first announced it, and then I'm like, "Wait, who is he though?" And I had to go back and then rewatch it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this guy," you know. And then same with like with Rada, I knew who Rada was, and but then I was like laughing a few months ago because I'm like, poor Rada the Hutt. Like he's gonna be in two like TV shows that go to movie length, and everyone's just gonna It's not Rada's fault, you know. So yeah, no, I mean everything I've heard about Mando and Grogu for the past few months, especially like leaks, it's everything that we thought it was going to be. Is that just corporate slop, right? Just corporate sludge. Going to be like a normie fest type movie. Like look at Star Wars. I don't think anything really really significant is going to come from it. And
Like
maybe
I
that's
said,
fine.
we could be wrong. They could be hiding so much shit from us.
I
But
just don't see that happening with this creative group that made this movie.
well, the same creative group kept Luke Skywalker under wraps for fucking like 2 years. So
Agreed. But then season 3 happened, right? Oh, and also Book of Boba Fett happened.
yeah,
Where
but that's Disney playing a part, and this is definitely like the most Bob Iger backed project that
which
we
is
know.
why I don't think there's going to be anything cool in it. Bob Iger backed project. Bob Iger wants nothing to do with George Lucas Star Wars. Bob Iger thinks George Lucas Star Wars stuff is too weird and dark, right? Like it's I don't think there's anything cool in this. I think after Mando season 2, Disney and Kathy were like, "Ooh, you got a real big hit on your hands." And they're like standing in the corner, like rubbing their hands together, maybe twirling a mustache, right? They're like, like we're gonna take this.
No, you guys made something that was better than our entire sequel trilogy, and I don't think so, buddy.
Not
Put Lizzo and
today.
Jack Black in it, and not make Jack Black a fucking alien.
I know. Oh god, and I like Jack Black. So you know what I mean? Like I'm not really mad it's Jack Black. I'm just more mad that
I'm mad
that's
at
what
the
we
character
resorted to
that they chose for Jack Black, because Jack Black could have easily been an alien, and I would not have I would not have cared.
Yeah, I liked his character's backstory, right? He's a separatist general that now has to live on this planet while ruling it. There can't be any armies there because they don't trust him. Like, I mean, the backstory is kind of cool. It's just your casting and overall aesthetic, and also just the pace of the story in the show. Total shit. But dude, this next answer she has is one of the ones that I've seen most people just flame her for, and it's pretty much she deserves to be flamed.
Oh God, let me hear it.
So Deadline goes, what have been the highs and lows of running a company built on such beloved IP? Kathy goes, the highs include realizing how many people love Star Wars. She didn't know before. She didn't know before she took over, nerd. She didn't know how many people love Star Wars. She realized that while then being the
I mean,
president.
there's definitely moments where, like, as a Star Wars content creator, like, I really don't realize how big the community actually is. And then when you go to fucking smaller conventions that have random Star Wars actors and you get massive lines for them, you're like, what the fuck? I didn't realize how many people like actually like this project, or how many people like this character. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro.
No, for sure. I mean, Star Wars fandom is huge, but it's just the way she says it, and also us kind of looking at her through a certain lens, right? I mean, the highlight is realizing how many people love Star Wars. You're so lame. They love the movies. They might love all the shows. They might love all the shows. Might hate all the shows.
There, Kathy.
Yeah, they might love some of the shows. Okay, losing a little confidence there. But when I came into this, I realized a few things. We had walked into a moment where there hadn't been any movies for 10 years or more. That's not true. Is that true? She took over in 2012. They put out a movie in 2014, right? There's Revenge of the Sith in 2005. That's 9 years. And also in 2008, there was the Clone Wars theatrical release.
Yeah.
10 years or more. Oh my God. But there was still the memory of the greatest series of movies in cinema history. So you're walking into something that has enormous expectations. Yet at the same time, you know that you've got to find new characters and you have to expand the galaxy, which they really didn't do in terms of expanding the galaxy. And you need to think about who the new audience is.
I want to
That's
go back to that comment about expanding the galaxy.
yeah.
What's that quote that I've been driving home for everybody that says that Disney did something new with the sequel trilogy? What did George Lucas tell Bob Iger to his face? Oh, that's right. You did nothing new and you didn't expand the universe.
Drop the mic.
Like, what the fuck?
I know. So they didn't really expand. But what really the big thing here for me is, and you need to think about who the new audience is, right? Because that's what this is all about. They have been looking for this new audience. They say they found a new audience, and she'll talk about it a little bit more here. But it's always been about they hate their current audience. That's what it was. They hated their current audience, the audience that made Star Wars worth at least $4 billion. They didn't like them. Um, so that it's just the way she talks about it. If you can break down and dissect some of this, you can really see like, okay, yeah, this we know what her goals were. We know how much lack of what she knows. Because then she goes on to say, "That's what I feel like I did." So she feels like that they found new ways to expand the galaxy and they found a new audience.
Yeah,
And
we
that's how
expanded the galaxy by retconning 30 years worth of expanded universe.
and she thinks they found a new audience, right? Which really is they lost the majority of the audience, and they maybe acquired very few, almost pennies on the dollar, if you want to put it that way. The highs include bringing in a new audience. It's an audience that either sucks because they don't know Star Wars and they don't align. I mean, apparently there's no good or evil, nerd. There's no good or evil anymore, right?
Yeah, remember, Anakin blew up the Death Star.
Anakin blew up the Death Star.
There's no source material.
No source material. These new fans don't like the original trilogy a lot of the times.
George Lucas never gave them sequel treatments.
Yep, exactly. No, all that stuff. But here, nerd, hear this. I think we found new characters. We continue to find new characters. What the fuck does that mean?
It means that they added a bunch of new characters into the original trilogy that had to have died before the events of the original trilogy.
Just the way she says it. I think we found new characters. Also, whoever wrote this article has a bunch of typos.
Well, it's kind of like you expect.
I think no. I guess I think we find new characters. I don't know what that makes the statement even more confusing. And we continue to find new characters. But I like how one thing this guy does. He doubles down. He goes the lows because she didn't answer. The lows are that you've got a very, very small percentage of the fan base that has enormous expectations. And basically, they want to continue to pretty much see the same thing.
Read that back for me again, because I think I might be a little too faded. Did I hear that right?
The lows are that you've got a very, very small percentage of the fan base that has enormous expectations, and basically they want to continue to see pretty much the same thing. Dude. She's calling majority of fans a very, very small percentage. Just realize that. Oh, shit.
How fucking stupid can you be? We don't want to see the same thing over and over again. We want to see the hero's journey with different characters, different scenarios in different eras, with good, compelling characters, with great, fantastic written stories. It's not that fucking hard. George Lucas literally did this in 1977 with fucking scraps. Fucking do better.
Oh my god, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, that's just again shitting on the fans, right? This is kind of like the next segment of talking about this Kathy thing, right? It's like her tenure, right? This puff piece is a perfect, really example of what her tenure was. It's crapping on the fans. It's talking out of both sides of her mouth. It's being completely ignorant to so much, especially things around Star Wars, and it's just going to be a legacy of failure, right? I mean, she can't help herself with this, right? And saying that what a majority of fans are, they're actually a very very small percentage, which is
Hey,
funny
remember,
because
content creators got the Acolyte canceled, so
yeah, which I'm really happy you brought that up. That's a point I was going to make. But according to Leslie Headland in her interview, right, there's actually a big community or an influential community of fans that isn't so small that actually got the Acolyte canceled pretty much because of them not watching or shit talking it. Because hey, if you're not going to do that, then you know going in that you're going to disappoint them. I'm not sure there's anything you can do about that because you can't please everybody. But you guys try to please everybody or tell the old fans go F off because you want a new big normie audience
well, I
and you
mean,
turn them
I
all
get
away.
I get that it's going to be literally impossible to please everybody because there's people like me that want to see the Old Republic, and there's people like Wrath that want to see the Mandalorian Wars, and there's people like Sklee that love the New Republic and Luke building the new Jedi Order. It's going to be a little bit impossible to please everybody, but it can't be that hard. Like, it's Star Wars, bro. You literally just push print on the money printer, and there you fucking go. As long as it's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, good stories, good writing. What you said earlier about the hero's journey, like that's what's really important. Yeah, you're never going to please everybody. I mean, even some of the best movies of all time don't please everybody. But when you totally like try to not just move away, but shit on what made you what like what you were from a storytelling perspective, shit on what made you who you were from a fan appreciation perspective, right? And then you make stuff that's bad that actually attracts nobody. Because one, you don't have the diehard fans telling all normies how much they have to go see these movies or like watch these shows. And two, you're actually just making crap, right? It's just not a a good recipe for success. And she just again doubles down on what she's always been trying to say. And you can do this. I'm sorry. All you can do is try to tell good stories and try to stick to the essence of what George created. He embedded incredible values into Star Wars and what it has to say. The whole idea of hope and fun and entertainment, it's what he's done over these years. That's what I tried to preserve. And I wouldn't do that any differently, and I wouldn't change anything that we've done over the years. Her career was amazing, apparently. She's very happy with everything she did, nerd.
First of all, she did not capture the essence of what is the original six. There was no tragic fall of one character. There was no hero's journey with another character. There was there was no emotional connection to anything. Their own sequel trilogy is so discombobulated that they only work as one-off films. And if you were to take one of those movies from the trilogy, completely erase it and replace it with a book that fills in the gaps between 7, 8, and 9, but doesn't really have anything to do with fucking 7. Bro, this hurts my brain. It hurts. It fucking hurts.
And I'm sorry, dude. But I knew for this episode we had to go over this because I think everyone in chat, our viewers who watch this on the replay, if they haven't seen their other Star Wars YouTubers talk about this, I'm sure they have. But we just had to go over this because this is what catches my eye as a fan who's not just a huge, deep, sweaty nerd about it, who, not just somebody who loves the lore and can be almost like one of those encyclopedias, but just someone who's also like an appreciator of the business of the industry, right? Like I just got to see how this is being talked about because this is affecting all those creative things that we want to enjoy. So, she believes that everyone that she brought into Star Wars, right? Like they did a good job. They cared about Star Wars. They loved it. And how you want to bring people into Star Wars who are wanting to tell stories, even though we know that she kind of went to directors, then we're like, I want you to make a Star Wars story. And they're like, okay, and it was all crap. But she talks about how Jon Favreau and Tony Gilroy are different. They definitely are. I mean, I like both of them. I like some stuff John's done. I don't love everything John's done. I do think what Tony
John
Gilroy
is a victim of corporate meddling. That is pure as that is plain as fucking daylight.
Oh, for sure.
John is straight up a victim.
I think he's
Tony Gilroy got free creative control and literally has been openly recorded stating, fuck continuity, I'm not listening to what others have written.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I do like a lot of aspects of some stuff in Andor, right? There are some some technical aspects of it that are really good. I think some of what they do for the world building is there. I will say that they did do world building. But yeah, I think overall for like tone, pace, or just like kind of the style and flair of how they're telling a Star Wars story, which is making it almost seem a little bit more like real world and not as much like fantasy, isn't my favorite part about it. But hey, I think you can have both of those visions in Star Wars if done right. But I would lean more towards maybe the Jon Favreau style. But I would love more of the dialogue and good storytelling from the Tony Gilroy perspective. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she hopefully thinks that she took Star Wars into the next step, right? So she thinks that they move forward. Now, back to what George Lucas said, you did nothing new. I think we've gone backwards with Star Wars instead of forward. But that's really, I don't want to beat a dead horse on that. What do you think?
I mean, I definitely do agree with her that she brought in people that actually do care because, like, Dorian Kingy, the guy who plays Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, like, Sklee asked him when we met him if he had known about if he had known about Cad Bane, and he didn't. The only thing he really knew was that he was a bounty hunter and that he was a gunslinger. So he loves spaghetti westerns, and he did a bunch of research on Cad Bane to get the mannerisms down, the way that he talks down, like everything. So you don't have to be a massive Star Wars fan. You just have to have enough respect for the characters and the lore to do your research on it.
Mm-hmm. And
but like I said, she brings in people like Tony Gilroy and Dave's a fucking he does this shit too. They don't stick with continuity. Everything's supposed to be under one continuous canon, but yet they're still doing the George Lucas thing of movies and shows overriding the books and comics and fucking whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just glad she's gone. I hope Dave and Linwin do great things, but I'm still nervous about their shit.
Yep. No, I am. So this is the perfect segue here, right? So we'll kind of give you the land map of what she's saying is coming next, and what's like coming up, what's in the future, or the back burner, and then we'll talk a little bit about we'll lead right into Maul because that's probably what the first thing that's going to come up for us here, and then we can go do our little smoke break after we talk about Maul. But yeah, so the Mike at Deadline asks, let's get to what the fans are eager to know. The progress on films and series by filmmakers who've committed to putting in that 3 to 5 years. Rian Johnson, James Mangold, Simon Kinberg, Taika Waititi. Where are all their projects at? So she says she's tread a little bit carefully, but Jim Mangold and Bo Willimon wrote an incredible script, but it is definitely breaking the mold, and it's on hold. So it's on hold, project on hold or shelved, something like that. That usually means not going to happen. Taika has turned in a script that I think is hilarious and great. When was the last time you heard a Star Wars film described as hilarious?
Why are they letting Taika Waititi write Star Wars?
Because he made Thor Ragnarok, duh.
Okay,
and we're not going to talk about Love and Thunder. That's why. That's why. Dude, they announced this right after Ragnarok that like Taika's making a movie, pretty much.
I'd rather have Kevin Feige Star Wars movie than the Taika Waititi movie.
Yeah, I'd rather Kevin Feige movie over Taika for sure. Absolutely. It's not just my decision, especially when I've got a foot out the door. Donald Glover has turned in a script for the Lando movie. And as you've read, Steven Soderbergh and Adam Driver turned in a script written by Scott Burns. That's the Hunt for Ben Solo movie.
Yep.
So it's already been announced that Bob and them said no. So this isn't like unless she's trying to say this is still alive, which I would say don't do it. Please don't do it. It's just nuts. Okay, I think you'll laugh at this. This is really ironic if you think about it, right? So she says, I remember when I came into this job, the first thing Bob Iger said to me was, be bold. I've always liked that because I think you have to be bold and you have to be willing to take risks with people and with ideas. Otherwise, you are just doing the same thing. You're gonna talk about.
I'm about to have a fucking aneurysm. This did not leave this bitch's mouth. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. Bob, it's too fucking dark and weird. Fucking Iger told you to be bold. There's no fucking way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a fucking second. If you were bold and wanted to expand the Star Wars universe, you would not have remade A New Hope for a new generation. You would not have told Rian Johnson to make Empire Strikes Back for a new generation. And if you really wanted to expand the universe, you would have doubled down on the cool aspects that Rian Johnson set up in those fucking movies. Oh my God, I fucking can't. I can't, bro. How is Hollywood run by such fucking incompetent fucking imbeciles? Like, how is common sense not that fucking common anymore? Like, this shit genuinely fucking hurts my brain, bro.
Well, dude, this is why I call it the big puff piece, right? These are just fluffy questions and answers that just fan the flames of her ego, right? That's what this is. So it's not going to be based in reality. That's what I've noticed, right? Obviously, you're like, no way she could not notice this or say it that way, right? It's just how it is. She does kind of shit on Ryan here. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, she blatantly lies about Ryan.
She goes, I think Ryan made one of the best Star Wars movies. He's a brilliant filmmaker, and he got spooked. This is the rough part. When people come into this space, I have every filmmaker and actor saying to me, what's going to happen? They're a little scared. It's because you make a culture and a product that is not good. Like, oh my God, this is a universe that you have created, right? This is a space that you have made with the rhetoric, with the conversations and fan reception, with with what your actors are going to be going for, like in going through. I mean, it's crazy. Like, but yeah, she pretty much was like, "Oh, we're not doing it because Ryan got spooked because of like fan backlash."
And then Ryan comes out and was like, no, I wasn't spooked. They just never asked me to come back.
And here's the next thing for about what the main part of the future is going to be, which is why Nerd and I aren't so happy. Yeah, we're happy she left, but we're not like jumping from like off the walls, like excited because the next 10 years is going to be Ray. I mean, she says it right here when she's asked, how goes the project that Simon Kinberg is writing and producing? Kathy says he's working right now. He wrote something that we read in August, and it was very good, but not there. We pretty much upended the story. So, again, working with a writer and giving too many notes and just changing everything. That's what they're doing again. So he's working on something. They're doing it. And yeah, it's the Kinberg trilogy. That's 10 more years of Ray. That's what that means. You're getting 10 more years of Ray. And she talks about it also as well that Dave and Linwin are very much on board with what Simon's doing, and that would be a new trilogy.
But why?
Dave has the power right now to say we're not doing this. He's doing it, guys. He's doing it. Like, Dave is not going to be the savior. He's not going to be the one that's going to come in. He's going to come down with his little umbrella like Mary Poppins and be like, oh, I'm going to make this all better. No, he's not going to be there. I don't think he's trying to play nice now just to not get fired. I think he's a driving force behind some of these decisions in a way that's not what we want. I mean, I love some of the stuff Dave did in the past. I do. I don't hate everything that he's making now or in the future, right? I mean, I still do want to see that cool stuff in Ahsoka with the Mortis gods, but dude.
Yeah, dude, like, I would love to see the Mortis gods in Ahsoka Season 2, or even, like, how me and you were talking the other day, like, maybe Balin, maybe it's a dupe. Maybe they are going after the Mortis gods thing, but they stumble upon the Yuuzhan Vong. Like, that would be so fucking cool if Dave were to do something like that. But it's a topic for after the smoke break.
It is. So we'll get into it then. But yeah, no, like there could be some cool things we would like to see, and we would love to kind of fan out about that.
Yeah, like I don't, as much shit as I talk about Filoni, I don't hate Dave.
I don't hate him either. Yeah.
He's not the person that I would have chose. I would have gone with Favreau. But out of everybody in Lucasfilm, Dave cares about this franchise the most. Whether it be him wanting to tell his own story about Ahsoka dying for the 50,000th time and coming back because of the World Between Worlds. The dude gives a shit about Star Wars, which is what I've been asking for, honestly, since 2017, is put somebody in charge that cares about Star Wars.
Yep.
But
he definitely does.
I'm trying to put this in the nicest way possible.
Oh, you don't want to say like what my thumbnail is going to be? You want to say it nicer than what my next thumbnail is going to be?
I mean, if the topic that we're going to talk about in a little bit is not actually a rumor and it's actually true, then Dave is the biggest fucking cuck. Like, if the rumor is true about what we're going to talk about later, like, I hope George calls this man up and fucking grills him and just eviscerates his fucking ego.
Yeah, no, I hope so too. And the last thing here is we'll just keep going over this last answer, and then we'll get into Maul, because I want to talk about something that I think might be a little exciting instead of shitty. But yeah, so the new trilogy, Mangold's is really on the back burner, as is Soderbergh's. So Mangold's isn't coming out. He just signed this huge deal with Paramount, I think, a few months ago, which usually means when you sign a big deal with another studio streaming service, and it's not even for any specific project, it's to make projects for them. he's not going to be doing Star Wars. No way. No,
Yeah.
it's never going to happen. The Hunt for Ben Solo thing's not happening. So why is that even being talked about?
Which I think they could take my idea and really make something cool out of that.
Your idea is really, really cool, I will say.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll talk about it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
So everybody knows the Hunt for Ben Solo. Everybody knows that they want it set after the Rise of Skywalker. I think that's pretty fucking stupid. Yes, there is that argument of, well, he's the grandson of the Chosen One. You're gonna tell me that he just fucking dies like that? Whatever. I don't give a fuck, honestly, how he dies. All the Skywalkers kind of die in bitchy ways, if you think about it. It all starts with Padme dying of a broken heart. So, there you fucking go. The fuck was I saying? Oh, but instead of looking for Ben Solo's fucking force spirit, you have this movie set when he destroys Luke's temple and pulls an Order 66 Part 2. He goes rogue. He's doing all this dark, demented shit throughout the fucking galaxy. Luke has to hunt him down, try to bring him back under the light side's influence, but he does something super fucked up to where it's got to make me believe that Luke does not see the good in his own grandson. And I didn't mean his grandson, his own nephew. You do that, you got a fucking solid fucking movie, but we all know that that's not going to happen.
That would be pretty cool. Like younger Kylo Ren just turned to the dark side, or at least just destroyed the temple, and then you would get some of the early lessons and manipulations from Snoke. Yeah. So we'd actually get to see Snoke do more shit. Snoke wasn't a bad character. I will say that. Like, people talk about like Snoke could have been cool. We don't hate Snoke. Nothing wrong with Snoke. It's just what they did to Snoke. That's it. It's crazy. Now, Nerd next. She goes, I think the ones by Taika and Donald are still somewhat alive. She has no idea. She has no idea.
Who the fuck is Donald?
Donald Glover.
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing Lando.
Who the fuck is named Donald writing for fucking Star Wars? I don't fucking know this guy.
It's Donald Duck, dude. But lastly,
I'd be interested to see the Lando movie as long as it's not him fucking L3 the entire time.
Well, now L3 is the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, you want to know a fun fact about L3, Lando, and the Certain Point of View novel for The Empire Strikes Back?
Oh God, what?
The Millennium Falcon yearns for Lando when they land on Cloud City.
It yearns for him?
It yearns for fucking Lando, brother.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Thanks, Clone Force, for telling me that.
Clone Force, thank you. That's hilarious. But yeah, dude, that's pretty much what the timeline is for the future that takes you well into 2030 plus. So when I say buckle up, guys,
wait a minute.
10 years of Rey? Yeah.
Why the fuck did they not mention Galactic Racer or fucking Fate of the Old Republic?
She didn't talk about any of the video games, just strictly the movie and TV show side.
Once again, the movies and TV shows outrank the movie or the comics, the novels, and the video games.
Yep. I mean, if I was the president, I think I would try to talk about all of the stuff we have going on our multimedia company.
Especially when everything falls under one canon.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. But dude, in the short term, let's think about it this way, right? We got Maul, we got Mando and Grogu, we have the Ahsoka show, and then we have Starfighter right after that. I think Maul is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most. And then some of the cool things I think that we could see in Ahsoka's season 2.
What's so funny is people are about to witness what I mean by when I say I don't actually hate Dave Filoni, because holy fuck, am I hyped as fuck for this mall show, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually hyped for it. The trailer looks sick. I would like to react to the trailer, and then we can do a little smoke break.
Bet.
All right, let me pull it up. Okay. All right, I want to make sure. Can everyone see the tab? Perfect. Do you think I could just play this outright?
Yeah, you're fine. Just turn it down a little bit because I don't have headphones or anything right now.
Okay.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. Times have changed.
Maul.
Scans show a criminal fleet gathering.
Send in the Inquisitors.
Is this what our future holds? Always.
That I saw.
What?
Are you on the Star Wars fucking YouTube channel?
Yeah, it should be. This is new trailer, Star Wars Disney Plus 2026. This is oh no, this is this Synodico Studio. This came out a day ago. Oh, this is a fan concept trailer. Oh, I hate.
Yeah, no, I was about to say,
so
like
duped.
they're using clips from the actual trailer. Go to the Star Wars YouTube channel.
This one here. Oh, it's all combined. God, I'm a dumbass.
I was about to say, bro, like they're using clips, but the audio's not matching up.
No, I'm a retard. Sorry. Oh, sorry. All right, here we go.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly
This is way better.
is. See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Dude, this is so fucking lit.
Dude, it looks so good. It looks so good.
It's honestly, it's a new animation style. Like, if you like, yeah, it's Clone Wars-esque, but it is more like comic booky.
I think they've they've adjusted it even further. It's more it's a lot more like colorful. The colors here are very bright.
Maul.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Oh.
My God, that is sick.
Also, I love how they did a little nod to Solo. If you notice, when Maul was in the hologram, he had his saber ignited.
When was that?
Go back. You're just gonna have to go back until you see Maul in hologram form.
Like on the Wanted poster?
No, like he's actually like talking to somebody through a hologram.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, he does. He's just like, yep.
Although I hope we get Maul now, bro.
What?
I hope we get another mall hallway scene.
Yeah, I'd be so down for it. That'd be amazing. So yeah, he fights Maroc. He fights.
He kills Maroc.
He does, right?
Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Dude, that was legit.
Such a good fucking trailer, bro.
Dude, that was awesome. I mean, I really hope it sticks to landing. It's a good trailer. I like the art style. I mean, I love Maul. I don't know how much more I want Maul to keep coming up in the after this show in the future, because like we just keep doing more and more Maul.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've seen a couple of people a little worried that the Twi'lek is not going to be Talon adapted from the novels, or not the novels, from the Legacy comics. It's not going to be Talon like direct adapted from Lucas's sequel treatments. But one thing people got to remember is that Talon in the Legacy comics, like that shit takes place 150 years after A New Hope.
Yep.
So George was never going to adapt her one for one in his sequel treatments as Maul's apprentice.
Yeah. That was during the time with Darth Krayt, right? So
well, I don't know. I don't know about that, because I think Krayt is a part of the Fate of the Jedi series, because he helps out Luke with Abeloth.
People also search for Darth Talon, Darth Krayt, and Darth Talon. There's a picture of them together.
I don't know. Just fucking comics are weird. That's why I don't fucking
Darth Krayt and Darth Talon were key figures in the One Sith Order during the Legacy era, 130, 138 ABY, with Krayt as the Dark Lord and Emperor, and Talon as his fierce, loyal Lethan Twi'lek, hand and assassin. Yeah.
I just remember somebody doing a review of Fate of the Jedi, and that shit fucking had Darth Krayt pop up and help Luke.
Yeah, but still, dude, like, yeah, she's way in the future.
Yeah.
But then George Lucas's sequel treatments had Maul and Talon as the master and apprentice to bring. I mean, were they bringing back the Sith? I guess we don't know.
No, Paul was just a criminal syndicate overlord.
Yep, and he like dark side user. He trains Talon as his apprentice, and it sounds very much in the way she was in the comics. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this girl seems really nice in the trailer, and she definitely seems like a previous Jedi. So
yeah,
Talon's kind of bad, bro.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I don't know shit about Talon aside from the little bit of knowledge that I do know that I dropped about her being in the future and in Lucas's sequels. So I'm not expecting her to be a 1-for-1 adaptation. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Mr. Filoni Baloney's Heir to the Empire movie is not going to be a 1-for-1 adaptation, because they took a Luke and Leia and Han villain and turned it into an Ahsoka villain. So,
well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because Mall show April 6th, right? That's coming up.
yeah, brother.
That's a little more than a month.
Every Monday. And supposedly all 10 episodes fucking lead into each other. There's no fluff. There's no filler. It's like all one continuous story.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a watch party.
I'm definitely planning on it.
All right. Maybe I can join you. So if everyone wants to do watch parties, please come by. we will definitely want to be doing that. That'd be really fun. But all right, dude, I think it's that time for our little.
I need a smoke break after that fucking interview, bro. Like,
Yep.
that shit honestly has me fucking heated.
Yeah, no, dude, seriously, same here. So let's take the edge off, right? Let's go have a little break for a few minutes here. Everyone go and just re-roll up, or even go get a new drink, get your favorite snack. Do what you got to do. When we come back, just quickly, Mando and Grogu, how it ties to Dave's movie, a little bit also about Starfighter, right? Ahsoka season 2. Is there anything even to talk about? And then lastly, talk about Tarkovsky and then Filoni, and then probably have time to react to like one video, and then we'll have a good night.
All right, we'll see y'all fuckers soon.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Not my lungs.
They ain't back. Tell a friend.
You ain't got to tell anybody. Give it like 5 seconds. Oh, there it is.
There it is, dude. Woo! Good stuff, my man. Good stuff. So we're back. Mando and Grogu. Do you want to go into the significance of what we heard about Mando and Grogu?
What significance?
Filoni.
Oh yeah. The topic that I've been alluding to for the last over an hour. Mr. Filoni Baloney Mr. Hatman himself, Mr. Co-President, y'all's favorite savior for Star Wars, couldn't even save his own project, supposedly, from becoming a limited series on Disney Plus. Now, that won't happen if Mando and Grogu does very well in the box office. That does not give me hope at all.
Wow. So you're telling me the new co-president of Lucasfilm had a project that they said was going to be coming out, that was going to be his, pretty much people saying, hey, Mandoverse crossover movie / Heir to the Empire remake, right? Just on screen. Now has to wait and see if Mando and Grogu does well for him to get his movie made. But I thought he wasn't one of the bosses now. What's going on?
This is a case of, I mean, Kathy even said it in her interview. Dave's background is animation.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Ahsoka, the series, yes, there's a good majority of fans that love Ahsoka. And I'm not going to lie, the series, it's one of the better ones on Disney Plus, but it is far from the best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I have watched this series 8 times, the nostalgia, the rose-colored lens, the Kool-Aid, the sunglasses, the Nike decades have all been taken off. What?
You're giving me munchies. You said Kool-Aid.
But all that has been taken off, and like, it's not that good.
No.
Like, if you really look at it and you ask people, what was so good about Ahsoka? What is the number one answer that you're going to get? And that is going to be Hayden Christensen came back as Anakin Skywalker.
Yep.
Which, I'm not going to lie, episode 5 is my favorite episode of that series because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love the Balin and Shin storyline, but
oh yeah,
I've talked about this ad nauseum with you, with Sklee, with Wrath, with literally everybody. Thrawn in that series is dog shit.
He's ass, dude.
Ahsoka in that series is dog shit. Like, I'm sorry. I love Rosario Dawson. She's great in other things. I don't think she works as Ahsoka.
She was better in that Mando season 2 episode.
But, like, Dave, he knocks it out of the park with animation. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Clone Wars. Like, yes, okay, Clone Wars was a little janky the first, 4 seasons.
And the Martez arc.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Had to do it too.
But when the motherfucker hits, he hits.
Ooh, he
now,
hits.
Yes, Rebels is mainly more filler than it is anything. But when there are significant episodes, bro,
it slaps.
They hit, bro. Like, the dude knows what he's doing with animation. I don't think he's the right guy to be in charge of live action.
So this is my thought, though, right? Why does he have to direct? Why can't he let someone else direct? But he's the head of the creative on the decision.
He's got too much. It's too much of a control thing, bro. He does not want them to mess with his story or his characters, even though he has publicly stated that if anybody at Lucasfilm wants to use Ahsoka, they can. They just have to go through him first.
Yeah. I mean, George was a control freak, but he let 2 other directors direct episodes 5 and 6.
Yeah.
If George can do it, Dave can do it. In terms of letting someone else direct.
If George did it, Disney could have done it with the sequels. Because that's one thing I'm constantly hearing is, Well, they had two different people directing 3 movies. Okay, George Lucas had 3 different people directing 3 different movies in the originals, but it was one cohesive, good story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also shout out to Marcia Lucas, because without her, we would not have had the Force.
She was definitely influential in that final cut for sure. There is a really good YouTube video out there though that kind of really goes into that whole story, and there's a lot more that we don't know about, which was like really interesting to hear in that video. I would encourage everyone to go like look for those videos of just like about the real story about the cut. It's sick. I love all that Star Wars history stuff too. It's like just outside of what Star Wars is, but outside of what the message of Star Wars is, or just the actual lore, like just even the making of Star Wars. It's so interesting. And there's so much stuff you can nerd out about. I watched a whole video the other day when I was trying to go to bed after I smoked, and it was just going over the different types of movie posters that Star Wars came out with and which eras and how much they cost. Dude, there are some really cool versions. Some are super rare that I want. Like, I want these versions from when they were actually released in like the 70s and the 80s. Some super limited ones. I would love to collect those and frame them.
I've got a couple pickups coming in that I bought off of eBay. Nice little rhymes with Depsy promotional posters for a certain 1999 film.
Oh. Dude, I love the prequel posters. Oh my god. Like the artist.
So much on eBay for the prequels promotional that like, oh my god, bro. And it's like not badly priced. Oh my god, dude. I wish that I could spend the money that I have. But I can't because I got to be a fucking adult.
Dude, you want to know what we should do next time? Because, you know, hey guys, I'll admit it, right? We're kind of dogging on a lot of the Star Wars stuff, Kathy, right now for this whole stream, you know, and honestly, we're just going over the news. Dude, what if next episode we could just go into stuff that we love? Like, let's find funny prequel videos. Let's find really interesting stuff, and let's just do like reaction to a bunch of stuff.
Well, bro,
let's just have fun.
That's kind of what I've shifted my channel into. Like, even like I could talk about the good things in a lot of projects, bro. Like, I mean, aside from The Rise of Skywalker, that was genuinely like the hardest video to film about me talking good about the sequels, because holy shit, dude, that is honestly like, say what you will about Luke Skywalker
challenge
in Episode 8, but The Rise of Skywalker is genuinely the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's so bad. JJ is so bad.
Like, bro, it's this shit. Oh my god, I don't want to get into it too much, but all you Legends fans have probably picked up on it that it's literally just the shittiest adaptation of Dark Empire. Like, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad that they couldn't even copy it correctly.
It really is just so many of the story beats from Dark Empire. It's insane, actually. They really thought that they used that and they cooked. They're like, oh my god, we totally cooked. Like, Dark Empire, this is from Legends. Like, what? Dude, it was so bad.
This is what the fans want. They want Legends adaptation.
It's our new audience. Okay. Why do you need a new audience? Why? So, but dude, I mean, God, let's just maybe next time let's just find a bunch of great videos. I mean, I would love to do stuff that's mostly prequels based because I love the prequels so much. But I know there's some good funny ones about the OT or from the OT era. Maybe we just love to kind of dive into some of the fun stuff that we like in Star Wars and not really go over news and stuff.
Dude, you know what I just thought about? What if they start bringing Nick Gillard and Roger Christian back to work on projects for Star Wars?
If they did, that would be a step in the right direction. 100%. I
Because
believe that would be a good
Roger
step.
always had good footing with Disney and Lucasfilm. Like he can go and do a project if he wanted to. He just doesn't. Which I can't blame him. The man's old.
Mm-hmm. No, he is. Yeah, no, he is, but he's just so brilliant. He has so much experience.
Dude, oh my God.
He is amazing. He's so cool. That interview we did was so great, and watch party. That was so fun. But dude, let's see here next. I mean, Starfighter just finished filming. Kathy confirmed it, right? She was there, very involved with it. She seems very interested in that. So she's really interested in what Sean has to be making over there. And
Tom Cruise directed a lightsaber sequence.
oh, who?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He was visiting set, which why the fuck is Tom Cruise anywhere near a Star Wars set? I will never understand. But I mean, the dude is the king of doing his own stunts. So the fact that he did direct an action sequence makes me very curious.
Yeah, I mean, he does have really cool
not
insight
only
on
is
things.
it a lightsaber sequence, it's a lightsaber sequence that takes place in the water.
Oh crap, that could be really cool.
Yeah, and there was pictures of him like actually like filming too. Like he was behind the camera in like waist deep water in like a swamp or something like that. But I don't like these big name people being so close to Star Wars. Like, I understand Star Wars has always had big name actors sprinkled throughout it. Harrison Ford, Alec Guinness, Samuel L. Jackson, fucking. But, bro.
Tarkin?
What about Tarkin?
The guy who played Tarkin, he was a very famous actor.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. The only thing that I know Tarkin for is Star Wars. And the fact that him and Christopher Lee got kicked out of a Looney Tunes movie for laughing too hard.
Christopher Lee's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Just imagine being in a movie theater and Christopher Lee and the other guy are just fucking laughing their ass off, bro, at a Looney Tunes movie. And then they get kicked out.
That's so funny. Dude, Chris Lee lived such an interesting life. That dude's a badass.
Dude, he is him, bro. Like, he is
Dude,
that.
He is the most interesting man in the world. He only
literally,
drinks Dos
bro.
Equis.
He witnessed the last public execution in like France or something like that. Like, bro, he was a Secret Service spy for like the UK and shit.
Yeah, James Bond trained off of him.
He fucking schooled Peter Jackson on like the sounds people make when they get stabbed.
He was an amazing, like, you know, he was a guitar player, he had a band.
Yeah, bro, man was putting out fucking metal albums in like his fucking 80s.
Insane. I mean, dude, James Bond is based off of him. That's confirmed.
Literally, bro. Literally. We got a couple of comments that I never really got to in here.
Some of them are appropriate, some aren't.
Yeah, we're starting off with not clapping without my hands.
Oh my God, Raph.
I fucking love Raph. She doesn't. I don't think we're gonna show that one on screen. She doesn't know her.
Blah 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 from her. Blah blah blah. Okay.
Slee, almost done at his grandma's. He just wanted to pop in, say what up.
Slee.
What up, Austin? SPC Unleashed. What up, guys? Love Skeleton Crew. I just love how it's.
I love Skeleton Crew too. I was a big fan of it.
I love that it's its own story, but at the same time, I hate that it didn't add anything to the Star Wars universe.
But it did. I think for the Jewels of the New Republic, like I thought that was a cool little tie-in of lore, and I'm just curious if they pick up on that at all and do something with that in the future, because it takes place in the Mandoverse time, like era, that time period. Um, but it's dude, there's all those credits, like it's crazy. The new Jewels of New Republic, there's actually a planet that's like survived. I think that there's something they could do with that.
Yeah. One thing my buddy I do my podcast with liked how Tim Meadows had a cameo. He looked at it as the New Republic and a comical. New Republic is comical and Mando season.
It is very
New Republic
comical.
is fucking trash, brother.
It is very
They're
comical.
literally fucking retarded.
They're so awful. And when are we going to see Leia? When are we going to see?
Probably never will.
It's just like I think recast and move on. Just let's go. I like Embo. Oh, Clone Force, what's up, dude?
Clone Force.
Good old us.
Dumb.
Swoon's dumb, and I love him.
What up, bro?
Well, dude.
Yeah, fucking, I guess final thoughts on everything. Kathy needs to quit talking out of her fucking shithole. Dave, get some fucking cojones, because I swear to God, if he just lets Disney bend him over backwards and fuck him, there will literally nobody will be able to tell me to just let him cook. Because if he's just going to let Disney call all the shots and he's not going to push back and he's not going to actually fight for these projects that he wants to make, that other people want made and all that, then I'm sorry. Honestly,
Oh my God.
He's not George Lucas's protege anymore if he lets that happen.
Yeah, no, he's not given the rank of master.
Yes, George owned everything for Star Wars, but Fox had the distribution rights. Like, without Fox, there was no Star Wars. And George literally would tell them, fuck you.
Yep. He just put it on the table.
Yeah, I mean, literally. And if it sounds like I'm talking out of my ass, I'm not. Go watch my interview with Roger Christian, the man who built the props and everything for Star Wars like that.
Goat.
So, and you can also go pick up his book, Cinema Alchemist, where he literally tells same stories.
Goat.
So, I'm going to tend to believe the man who literally worked with George over what anybody's going to comment to me from the fucking internet.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We need more pushback from Lucasfilm, Disney. If Disney can let Marvel have all this free reign to do whatever the fuck they want, why can they not let Star Wars?
Yeah. I mean, I think that was clear after the Hunt for Ben Solo movie news, right? Like Iger and the studio heads over there have final say, right? It's greenlit or not through them, despite if Kathy, Dave, other heads at Lucasfilm like it, right? That is 100% confirmed. There is Disney oversight on everything Lucasfilm, and I don't know how that's going to make it better. I think when Iger leaves, there's potential. There's potential that things can get a little bit better, right? I mean, if Dave can wake up and actually do something solid and consistent, then maybe there's potential for some good stuff. Maybe there's potential to go to the Old Republic. Let's just make that the new era for the next decade, right?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for them to go thousands of years in the past or thousands of years in the future.
Yep.
Like,
It's time.
It's literally that simple.
It is.
And they were trying to with James Mangold, but yeah.
On hold.
Potentially limited plus Disney series.
Yep.
I fucked that up pretty bad.
Yep. that I'm just gonna keep skipping over it. I don't even want to highlight it. Well, dude, before we do a video reaction, just what was this you were telling me about Tarkovsky turning down a role at Lucasfilm in 2005?
So basically, George loved the work that man did with the '03 Clone Wars because it was fucking fantastic and leagues
Big
better
fan.
that shitty ass '03 or '08 Clone Wars. Not saying that the '08 Clone Wars was shitty, but yeah, I mean, I said it yesterday on the Broken Tusk. If you put a gun to my head and make me choose, I'm choosing Tartakovsky over fucking Filoni. Like, any day of the fucking week, bro. I was literally watching it while we were working on our storyboards for our project earlier. Oh my god, dude, it's so good. It's so fucking good. But George wanted Tartakovsky to be his apprentice, his protege. He wanted him to be the Dave Filoni, but he turned it down because he didn't want to be confined to just doing Star Wars. Because I mean, the man's done great things. '03 Clone Wars, Samurai Jack, Primal. I'm sure there's a couple of other projects that he's done, but the man's talented, and I kind of agree with him for not wanting to be like stuck at one company. But at the same time, just imagine how different Star Wars animation could be.
He put it on the map, like originally. That to 2003 series is just the art style is so good. Choreography is fantastic. And I mean, was he like actually a big Star Wars fan, like as much as Filoni is, with like
Dude,
knowing
I
all
have no idea if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. So, Filoni has that fan aspect to him. So I'm happy that Filoni got brought on like at all. I'm happy he did. But yeah, the Tarkovsky, I would kill for another project.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, they can easily get Tartakovsky to be in charge of a Legends continuity.
Yo,
2D.
dude, just make Legends in 2D. Oh my god, that's insane. That's a sick idea.
Literally that simple, bro.
Dude, I'd love to see
that's
that.
gonna be like, oh well, Swoonsky, they need money to do that. Okay, take 1 million, or maybe like 5 million.
You need more than 1 million.
750 million that fucking Andor got for both goddamn seasons, and fucking make the goddamn animated universe for Star Wars. It is not that hard, bro. It is not that hard, but they make it so difficult for no goddamn reason.
Mm-hmm. Preach. Well, dude, maybe we should watch something that is not as difficult. Something that we think is really cool. Do you want to watch that Beggar's Canyon Part 1?
Yes, bro.
All right, cool. That came out 1 month ago, guys. Go follow Star Wars Lost Legends. So, like Skywalker Stories, like Star Wars Tales Untold, this is another like AI Star Wars creator where the AI does look really good. Obviously, a little uncanny valley. Yeah, it's not AI slop. These are written really well. They're produced really well so far. The technology just keeps getting better and better. This one though, Beggar's Canyon is straight out of Legends, right?
I'm not sure. I just know that everybody loves it, and it's honestly really, really good. I prefer Part 2, but Part 1 kind of leads up into Part 2, I guess.
Yeah, so let me share my screen here. But
honestly, I'd rather
really
us watch Part 2.
Would you rather watch Part 2?
Yes.
Okay. I have not seen either of these yet. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'll give you a little Cliff Notes. Biker gang catches up to Luke Skywalker.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so this is Dead Man's Run 5 days ago. Wait, where is it?
Why are we?
It's too far away from anywhere else to bring scavengers. You're all alone out there, I promise. I'll be back before dark.
Jeez, dude.
You fellas out for a little joyride?
Kila no Tonga.
Bro, this looks good. Like, there's still like things about it, but
Oh yeah.
it looks really good.
You'd be surprised.
Trying to figure
I
out
grew
why.
up around here.
Green.
I know these lands like the back of my hand.
Kel Kethiruns
Oda OOM.
Orrik Ulaidar Ulaidar Aluvexa.
Hetaka boom stesso. Uta getjek tulba.
Suuraneskai.
Bro,
Tormintek vestalra.
so good.
Irun sabel.
You turn it down just a little bit.
Ikoras dal
Yeah.
kun.
Drin voma keth. Karesh drin
Watch part. I'm such a surprise. I fucking jaw on the fucking floor.
What'd you say?
I said this is why I wanted to watch part 2 because what's about to fucking happen on screen like had my shit on the fucking floor, bro. Like my jaw was dropped the entire time.
Dude, this like the alien looks great. Luke looks really good. Like you can do probably some even more touch-ups on it, and it might look less like a computer because it looks very human.
Yeah.
Chao kitha and lixa. Tochata adanta hakailu. Ota no ankapau.
Dude, what?
Dude, I'm telling you.
What are they doing all the way out here?
It's insane.
Donza Imperio. Ixamorun Keth. Shalti Brak.
The R2 unit. R2 unit? You heard me.
Bro, this shit's
Must
so
be some
fucking
kind of mix-up.
good.
Yeah, this is so good.
One of those out here. Stand down. Why would the Jawas lie? To throw you off the scent of where those droids really went. I only mentioned one droid.
Oh my god.
Krathun Velixara.
You kept your promise.
Bro, Owen and Baru look really good.
This looks amazing.
Kept it.
Lotto, copyright me.
Log entry. Search subject.
Don't copyright us.
Yeah, la da 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 da.
Da dee da 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 da.
Yeah, bro, like, oh my god.
Hostile. At my command.
Fucked up, bro.
Dude, this is nuts.
The only issue I have is this, like, Stormtrooper POV way too wide. because they can't see helmets. That's why they have such terrible.
Yeah. Oh God. Mortis pass. Bro, this is way better than the speed chase in Book of Boba Fett. Oh my God, dude. Dude, this is even better than when they were on their colorful speeders. Oh my God. This looks insane.
I'd say it's up there with when they're chasing the train with the Tuskens, because that was actually really good. I like the speeder bike chase with Boba and the Tuskens.
You know, that was better. That was better, but this is so good.
That's up there, bro. For fucking AI, not gonna lie, man.
Holy crap. Let's keep going.
Come on. Out of the way.
Or even the banthas look great.
You know, at this age, you guys are almost cute.
That was a little thing.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is a little fucking weird, but don't copyright us, YouTube, because we're not doing it. It's not our video.
It's this video that is AI. Ba-da-da-da-da. Jesus, just calling a rock. Bro, what is this?
This shit would kill sequels, Luke.
Yeah, sequels Luke would die. Look at that fucking boulder, dude.
It's not just a rock. It's a boulder.
Dude, that was so like uneventful. He just threw it and then it like
Dude, this shit looks so fucking good.
Dude, what? That is a sick visual. That's a sick shot.
God, man.
What?
Oh, Winning Suns. Oh, fucking Bills, bro. Fucking Bills.
What? Bro, that is amazing. Oh, dude, that was awesome. Thank you for having me watch that. That was great.
Yeah, bro. I don't remember much of part 1, but it's nothing like that.
So it's like, even though it's a month ago, it's like not as good.
Well, it's good. It's just I don't remember much of the story beat from it, aside from the biker gang catching up to Luke Skywalker.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll have to check that out, dude. But dude, this technology is amazing, and I like the way this guy does it. So again, for everybody, his name, he's a new one. He's like brand new. Star Wars Lost Legends on YouTube. Then there's Skywalker Stories on YouTube and Star Wars Tales Untold, right?
Yep.
Dude,
there's plenty other fucking channels out there.
Yeah. Yeah, there are plenty of other ones that are good too. Those are my like favorite 3. But more and more are coming up, and some of you can tell, dude, they're real fans. Like they really are. Like I want to create just as much for Star Wars stories. You know, I want to make some more fan stuff. You and I are working on something that we've talked about on here a little bit here and there, right? Like we are working on a little bit of a fan project too. Like I love the ability of people are telling these stories, and I mean, yeah, visually they look good, but some of the times when they write dialogue for these, it's so good. I mean, we've already reacted to some cool ones.
Yeah, brother. Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie. This stream's kind of cooking my phone, and I'm down to like 10%. So we probably should wrap this up here soon.
I think it's time to wrap it up, dude. But what do you got coming out on your channel to let everyone know?
I don't really know yet. I gotta quit dicking around. I gotta film my Book of Boba Fett. I was somewhat wrong video. I got a couple of different autographs coming in from the Electronic Bay. Got a couple of good snags. I got the daughter from the Mortis arc. I got Ahmed Best as Keller and Beck, and I forget the guy's name right now, but Maroc. I got a couple of Topps cards coming in, all autos. This is gonna be pretty cool. I'm doing unboxing once I get everything in.
Awesome, dude. So yeah, you got some good stuff coming out. You're gonna be busy. I mean, you've been posting really well overall, and I mean, I'm really liking what you've been doing. So good shit, dude.
I just want to be like Closet and be able to take like 3 months off and then post and still gain like thousands of subscribers.
Closet's kind of got a little bit of a thing going on. Yeah, no, good shit.
Well,
Closet.
me and Clone Force have deducted it to he's a white bald male, bro. Like that's all it is. He's a skinny white bald male.
He's powerful.
That's got the power of God on his side.
Yeah, amen, brother. Oh my god.
That's like
and
the
then
best joke Clone Force has ever fucking told. I'm not even gonna lie.
shout out Clone Force.
Yeah, I just got the 10-minute or the 10% warning on my phone.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, let's call it here, guys. I'll have a new video out very soon, kind of going over some of the stuff we talked about earlier in the stream.
Fucking finally.
Okay. I know I've been busy. Sorry. Explain it in the video. Then I got a few more videos coming out around this leaving of Kathy. as well as just some cool videos of just random stuff I want to talk about, like more like video essay stuff. So stay tuned, please.
Yeah, I think that pretty much does it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Peace.
See ya.
Munchies I have.